Hello game devs, welcome back to another GDevelop 5 tutorial. So today I will be showing you how to create a melee attack in GDevelop 5. So first of all, let's have a preview of what this would look like. Preview. So here we go, this is my player. Here we go, this is the melee attack. Here we go. That's how it works. So once our player's sword is in collision with the enemy, it kills our player, it deletes our player from the scene. So in this tutorial, I will be showing you how to do that. So close, minimize, open GDevelop 5, create a new project. Okay, so we'll be creating an empty game. Okay, so here we go. First of all, we need to create a scene. I'll just rename that melee. Open that up. Here we go. So now let's create our player, add a new object, sprite. So we'll be using two animations, which is our idle animation and our player's melee animation. So let's add an idle animation. Okay, let's open that up. Here we go. So this will be our idle. Set the frame rate 1. Let's add a melee, which is a 1/n. Open that up, 0.05, and uncheck loop behaviors. Let me put that. I'll just name this player and apply. So let's pull our player into the scene. Okay, that's really big. So we need to scale our player down to about width 43, height 90, custom size. Okay, so there we go, that's our player. Now let's create a hitbox for our player. Add a new object, sprite, edit with Pisco, add an animation, then edit with Pisco. So here we go, I'll just select a color. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, I'll name that hitbox player hitbox. Save. Object's name player hitbox. Behaviors, so we need to give this some behaviors. Add a behavior. We need to give this a platformer character behavior. Acceleration 1500. Can grab platform ledges, leave down check. Deceleration 1500. Default controls, leave that checked. Grab offset on y-axis 0. Grab tolerance on x-axis. Then gravity. So set the gravity to about 1300. Jump speed 1000. Maximum falling speed 1000. Okay, so slope max angle 0, and apply. Pull that into the scene. Place that here. Okay, so our hitbox, I'll get a width. Edit objects. Edit to Pisco. Resize, width 45, height 92. Resize, and save. Apply. Okay, so there we go. I'll just place my player. Change the Z order of a player hits box so it's behind our player, and our player is in front of the hitbox. So now let's add a floor. Add a new object, sprite. Okay. They'll go with a tiled sprite. Delete. Okay. Add a new object. Tiled sprite. Here we go. Choose a new image. Okay. So send me. Just name this floor. Behaviors. We need to give this platform behavior and apply. We'll just pull this into the scene, zoom out a bit. There we go. Height, set is about 70. Width, about 800. Okay. X position, 0. Y position. There we go. That is perfect. Okay, so now we have basics. So let's go to our events. Okay. Let's add an empty event. Add a condition. That's at the beginning of the scene. Okay. Add an action, hide. We need to hide the objects, player hitbox. Okay, now add an empty event. We also need to center the camera. So we go center camera, X position, set to value player. The X, open and close a bracket, layer, base layer, camera default 0. Okay. So let's go back to our Nelly scene. Okay, so now we need to connect our player hitbox to our player. So in our events, add an empty event, add an action, position of an object, position of player hitbox, modification sign set to X position would be position. Let's scroll down. Okay, so X position, object, player hitbox. Apply, then add minus 12. Okay, for the Y position, set to Y position. Here we go, position, here we go, Y position of an object, player hitbox, apply. Okay, so now this connects our player hitbox to object which is player, not player hitbox. So we connect our player hitbox to our player. Okay, so let's go back to our scene. Now we need to add an object which would be our hit. We'll name that hit. So sprite. Add an animation, edit to pixel. Okay, so I'll get a black here. Size, resize, width 10 and the height about 15. Resize. Okay, so I'll just name this hit. Okay, so save that. I've named hit. Object name, same here, hit, and apply. So now we can pull this into the scene, place somewhere around here. Now let's go to our events. Add an empty event. Add a condition, always. Okay, add an action, hide. So always hide our object hit. Okay, so now let's adding some animations for our player, so our player animations work. So add an empty event. First of all, when left key is pressed, so this would flip key pressed, left. So once left key is pressed, it would flip our player and not our hitbox. Our player would be visible, but our hitbox would not be visible, so it will flip our player horizontally. Yes. Now add an empty event, add a condition, key pressed, right key pressed. Okay, so right key is pressed. We need to flip horizontally, flip the object, flip our player horizontally. So this flips our player. So once the left key is pressed, it flips our player. Once the right key is pressed, it won't flip our player. So now add an empty event, add a condition, key pressed. So we'll be using W. Here we go. For O. Okay, let's use C, I guess so. For this. Okay, so C key is pressed. Add an action, create the object heat. So we need to create it outside our screen. So X position minus 100 and the Y position minus 100. We don't need our heat to be visible in the game window. Okay, so add an empty event. Now add a condition, key pressed, which will be C. So C key is pressed. This will be our melee key. So C key is pressed, and add a condition, horizontally flipped. Player is horizontally flipped. Add a condition, trigger once. Okay, now add an action, animation, change the animation of player, modification sign set to value 1. Okay, now add an action, scene variable, value of a scene variable, here we go. I'll just create a scene variable, name that melee, apply. So here we go, set to value 1. Okay, now add an action, scene variable, value of the scene variable. So we will create a new scene variable, add a new one. I'll name this hit, apply. So hit, change modification sign set to value 1. Okay, so trigger once, change the scene variable hits 1, and also we need to play a sound. So play a sound, so that's why we use the trigger once. So play a sound, choose a new audio file. Okay, so here we go. So play swipe. Okay, now add an empty event, add a condition, key pressed. That would be C. So C key is pressed. Add a condition and the animation, which is the number of current animation of player, sign of this is equal to value 1. Add a condition and the animation frame, here we go, animation frame of player, sign of first is greater than 4. So this would only create our hitbox once only create the hit once it's greater than 4. Once our player's frame is greater than 4. So add an action, position of an object, which is the position of heat, set to x position player, position, here we go, x position of object is an object's player, apply, and a plus 57, again set to y position, here we go, y position, object, player, apply, and a plus 60. Okay, so that would be for once our player is horizontally flipped. Now for once our player is not horizontally flipped. Okay, oh sorry, this is an invert condition. So once our player is not horizontally flipped, it carries out all those actions. Now once our player is horizontally flipped, key pressed to be C on the keyboard. So C key is pressed and horizontally flip player. Player is horizontally flipped. Add a condition, trigger once while true. Okay, so change the animation of player, modification sign set to value 1, which is the melee animation of our player. Now add an action, scene variable, value of a scene variable, melee, value 1, modification sign set to. Okay, now add an action, scene variable, value of a scene variable, hit, modification sign set to value 1. Okay, now add an action, play a sound swipe. Okay, now add an empty vent. Okay, before we do that, let's have a preview of this. Okay, so oh, something not right here. Okay, so here we go. Let's play the animation of our play. So let's just make it's not working now because we're not done with all the events. So finish that up. So add a condition, scene variable. Value of a scene variable hit is sound effects equal to value 2. Okay, and add a condition, the number of current animation of so current animation of player is sound effects equal to value 1. Okay, and now add a condition, and the animation frame, which is the current frame of our player, sign of test is greater than value to compare 4. So once it's greater than 4, we it positions it. So position, here we go, position of an object, position of heat, modification sign set to x position. So there's something you need to understand about this. So the hits must be in collision with the object in order to perform the melee attack. So I'm sorry, hit object player apply the -4. Again, set to Y position. Here we go. Y position. Choose an object player. Apply. And add a +60 right there. And okay. So here we go. Add an empty event. Now to prevent our game from actually lagging, we need to do something. Okay, so add a condition. Animation is finished. Here we go. Animation finished player, and the scene variable value of the scene variable melee sign of test is equal to values compare 1. Okay, so once that is equal to 1, add an action animation, change the animation of player, modification sign set to value 0. Okay, and now add an action, change the scene variable, value of the scene variable melee sign of test set to value 0, and delete the object heat. Here we go. So delete the object heat. Okay, so preview. You can see that works. Okay, so now let's add in some enemies to test this out with. So close melee, add a new object, sprite, add an animation. Okay, add. Okay, so here we go. Select my player, which will be our enemy. Apply. So listen to the scene. Okay. Just place that here. Okay, so we will be using this to test our melee attack. So let's go to our events. Skip adding an event, empty events. Okay, so here we go. Add a condition. Hitbox collision. So now collision. Heat is in collision with object enemy. Okay, so heat is in collision with enemy. Add an action. We need to change the opacity of our enemy. Okay, so opacity. Change the opacity of sprites of enemy. Subtract value about 50. Asterisks time delta. Open and close the bracket. Okay, so we subtract this 50 from the time delta. Now add an empty event. We already have one here, so add a condition. Okay, so add a condition opacity. Here we go. Sprite opacity. The opacity of enemy sign of test is equal to 0. Okay, so once that is equal to 0, add an action. Delete an object enemy. Okay, so delete the object enemy once the opacity is 0. So here we go. Cancel and preview. So here we go. You can see here. So here we go. It's fading out, but it's not supposed to work this way. It's supposed to work in a trigger once way. So to hit is in collision with enemy. Add an empty event. Add a condition. Animation. Current animation of objects enemy sign of test is set to value 1. We don't have an animation for our enemy. Edit object, so add an animation, add, here we go. I'll just add this in, apply. Okay, so here we go. Number of current animation enemy set to 1. Now hit is in collision with enemy. Add an action, change the animation of enemy set to value 1. So once the animation of enemy is set to 1, and once the animation is set to 1, it would subtract this, the opacity, and the opacity of enemy if set to 0, it would delete enemy. So preview. So here we go. As you can see, our hitbox is now in collision and it's expected to fade. So here we go. As you can see, it's fading now because our hitbox was in collision with it. So as you can see where our hitbox is, our hit is being created, because once it's in collision with the enemy, oh, something's not right here. There we go. Let's fix that real quick. Place horizontally flip. Okay, so I think here it is. Scene variable hit is set to 2. Okay, so here change the scene variable hit to 2. Okay, preview. So here we go. Sorry, see, you can see that's fading out. And there we go. Hitbox is being created here once our play is flip, and it's being created here once our play is horizontally flip. So that's how to create a melee attack in GDevelop 5. You can also download the project folder. The link is in the description. As usual, it is in the description of this video, and you can also follow me on Twitter at the Gem Tutorials. So thanks for watching.